Putin has already lost in terms of what he was trying to achieve in Ukraine. Remember, this was about, for Putin, erasing Ukraine from the map, ending its independence, subsuming it into Russia. That's failed and cannot succeed. The question now is exactly where and how this ends. Fundamentally, these decisions need to be up to Ukraine because it's about its future, it's about its people, it's about its land, its freedom. We haven't seen any signs from Russia that it's actually willing to engage in meaningful diplomacy and end the war that it started. Russia's war of aggression on Ukraine continues to harm not only Ukrainians, but people across this region. It is essential that we extend and expand the Black Sea Grain Initiative, which Russia is threatening to end once again on July 18. If Moscow follows through on its threat, developing countries, including in the region, will pay the price, including quite literally with higher food prices as well as greater food scarcity. As we work to extend the initiative, we also stand ready to support a just and lasting peace to the conflict based on the principles of sovereignty, territorial integrity, and independence. Principles that are at the heart of the United Nations Charter and ASEAN's Treaty of Amity and Cooperation, and that reflect the desire of people and nations in every part of the world to be able to choose their own path. I think there's a clear demand signal from around the world, including countries in this region, that at the very least, if Russia is not going to end its horrific war of aggression against Ukraine, at the very least it extend the Black Sea Grain Initiative so that these food products can get out to the world, keeping prices down, keeping supply up. Well, I think you saw just this week in Vilnius, dozens of countries take very concrete measures in continuing support of Ukraine as it tries to defend its territory, as it tries to retake land that was seized from it by Russia, as it works to protect its people, its freedom, and its future. You saw that in the very robust package of support that all of the NATO countries provided to Ukraine, both politically and practically, including measures that will extend over many years to strengthen Ukraine's defense institutions, to help pursue the process of reforming them, to make them more interoperable with NATO. You saw that as well in something that was announced by the G7 countries with some other partners, a commitment to Ukraine's security, and to now negotiating on a bilateral basis with these countries and Ukraine security programs, security assurances that will strengthen for years to come Ukraine's ability to defend itself and to deter aggression. It may be the best way to disabuse Vladimir Putin of the idea that he can somehow outlast Ukraine and outlast the dozens of countries that are supporting Ukraine in defense of its freedom and its future. And that's the quickest way, probably, to bring this war to an end, because as long as Putin believes he can just continue this indefinitely, despite the horrific costs that he's incurred on Russia itself, the damage that he's done to his own country is extraordinary across the board. It is militarily, economically, much weaker than it was. Its standing in the world has plummeted. 1 million Russians have left the country. So many have been killed on the battlefield in a meat grinder of Putin's own making.
Thank you.